What's up guys, Jason here. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple and efficient Minecraft Bedrock Emerald farm. This farm works on 1.17 and all other recent versions of Minecraft Bedrock, whether you play on a phone, tablet, Xbox, PlayStation, and a Switch or PC. As you guys can see here, this farm will allow you to easily get a ton of emeralds. By the way, emeralds can be used for trading with villagers. For this farm, all you'll need is one chest, one piston, one pressure plate, one lever, one workstation. You guys can use any type of workstation that you want except for a grindstone. By the way, I recommend you guys use a lectern. 2 glass blocks, 1 bed. You guys can use any type of bed that you want. 4 redstone, 1 trapdoor, about 31 solid blocks. You guys can use any type of solid block that you want. 1 button, 1 sticky piston, 2 name tags, 1 dispenser, and finally about 4 splash potions of weakness and 4 golden apples. The first step is to go to an area that is at least 100 blocks away from any villages, beds, or workstations. Once you guys have done that, take some solid blocks. You guys can use any type of solid block that you want. Now place down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now place 2 blocks over here. 1, 2. Then place 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you guys are done with that step, turn over this direction. Then place a piston at the spot. Make sure that piston is facing this way. That piston will separate the zombie and villager in this farm. The next step is to come back to the front. Now place a lever at the spot. That lever will allow you to extend and retract the piston. The next step is to place 5 blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place 2 over here and a glass block at this spot. That glass block will allow you to see the zombie in this farm. After you guys have completed that step, place a sticky piston at the spot. Make sure that sticky piston is facing upwards. That sticky piston will move a workstation to allow you to trade with a villager an unlimited amount of times. Now break these 2 blocks, 1, 2, then place a pressure plate at the spot. Now place 2 redstone over here, 1, 2, and 2 over here, 1, 2. Whenever you guys step on that pressure plate, that sticky piston will extend. The next step is to place a glass block over here and a trapdoor at this spot. By placing a trapdoor at that spot, you guys will be able to protect the villager from mobs around the farm. Now flick this lever down. That should cause that piston to extend. The next step is to place 5 blocks over here, 2 over here, and finally 4 over here. After you guys have done that, come over to the spot. Now place a dispenser over here. Make sure that dispenser is facing downwards. After placing that dispenser, break these 2 blocks. The next step is to come back to the front. Now place a button at the spot. Whenever that button is pressed, that dispenser will dispense a potion. The next step is to lure a villager over into the spot. I am now going to show you all a couple easy ways you guys can do that in survival mode. One easy way you guys can get a villager over here in survival is by using a minecart and rail system. To do that, place 3 rails over here. 1, 2, 3. Now extend this rail line all the way over to the nearest villager. You guys can get a villager either from a village or from a villager breeder. You guys can use any villager that you want except for a green coat or baby villager. The reason why you guys cannot use those villagers is because they will not link to a workstation. By the way, if you guys have a baby villager but wait for it to grow into an adult villager before bringing it over to the farm, that is fine. Once you guys have found a villager, place that in a minecart, then try to push the villager over to the minecart. Once the villager is in the minecart, push it over to the farm. Another easy way you guys can lure a villager over to the farm is by using a boat and lead. To do this, first find a villager, then place a boat next to it. As you guys can see there, that should cause the villager to get into the boat. Once the villager is in the boat, attach a lead to the boat. As you guys can see here, this will allow you to easily pull it over towards the farm. By the way, if you guys ever get stuck on a ledge like this, you guys can place your water bucket down, then pull the villager up. Now you can pick up the water. When using this method, don't go too fast, otherwise your lead might break. Once you guys are really close to your farm, you guys can use a short minecart and rail system to transport the villager in. After you guys have a villager in that spot, place a block over here. Now break this rail and this block. Then break the minecart and these 2 rails. Once you guys have done that, you can replace these 2 blocks. Now you guys can break your entire rail system. The next step is to place a bed at a spot. You guys can place any bed that you want. After placing the bed, wait for the villager to link to it. You guys can tell the villager has linked to it because the bed and the villager will show green particles. Once the villager has linked to a bed, place a workstation at the spot. You guys can place any workstation except for a grindstone. After placing that workstation, wait for the villagers to link to it. You guys can tell the villager has linked to that workstation because it will show green particles and will become the type of villager associated with that workstation. The next step is to name that villager with a name tag to ensure that it does not despawn even when it becomes a zombie villager. To do that, place down an anvil, then put a name tag inside of it. Now name the name tag anything that you want. I am just going to name mine villager. After you guys have the name tag, use it on the villager. The next step is to place a block over here. Once you guys have done that, lure a zombie over into this chamber. I am now going to show you all one easy way you guys can do that in survival. To do that, first place a block over here, then place 2 blocks over here, and a block at this spot. Now place 5 rails like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After it is nighttime, try to look for a zombie in the nearby area. Once you have found a zombie, slowly walk over towards your farm. By the way, if you guys ever notice that your zombie is attracted to the villager instead of you guys can punch it. Then, as you guys can see there, it should start following you. After the zombie is near the spot, place a minecart over here, then try to lure it over to the minecart. Once it's in, push it up this spot. After it's at that point, place 2 blocks over here, 1, 2, 1 at this spot, 2 over here, and finally 2 over here. Then break the minecart. As you guys can see there, that should cause the zombies to go into that hole. Once you guys have completed that step, place a block over here. Now you guys can break these blocks in this minecart rail system. The next step is to name the zombie using a name tag. That will prevent it from despawning. To do this, place down an anvil, then put a name tag inside the anvil. Now name the name tag anything you want. I am going to name mine zombie. After you guys have your name tag, break this block. Now use the name tag to name the zombie. Then replace this block. The next step is to add some splash potions of weakness into this dispenser. You guys can add any amount of splash potions you want, however, the more splash potions you add, the more times you'll be able to cure the villager. The next step is to make sure that your game is in hard mode. Having your game in hard mode will ensure that the villager is always converted into a zombie villager instead of dying. If you guys are not in hard mode, you guys can still use the farm, however, there's a chance of your villager dying. Now, flick this lever. As you guys can see there, that will allow the zombie to start attacking the villager. Once the villager has become a zombie villager, flick this lever again. That should separate the zombie from the villager. If the zombie is on this side, you guys can flick the lever up, then wait for it to go back over. By the way, if you guys are having trouble getting your zombie to get over to the right spot, you guys can walk over here, then it should follow you over. Once it is over, you guys can flick this lever to separate it from the zombie villager. If after a while you guys still aren't able to get the zombie and zombie villager into the right spots, you guys can open the farm, then use a minecart and rail system to put them in the right spots. If you guys do that, make sure that the zombie and zombie villager never get exposed to direct sunlight so they do not die. The next step is to push this button. That button will dispense a splash potion of weakness which will affect your zombie villager. After your zombie villager has been affected, feed it a golden apple. As you guys can see there, that should make it start to get cured. By curing the zombie villager, you will get a villager discount. After the villager has been cured, it should give you some discounts. As you guys can see there, instead of 24 paper for an emerald, it lowers its price down to 18. In order to get even more of a discount, you guys can repeat that process. To do that, first flick this lever up. That should allow the zombie to start attacking the villager. Once the villager has become a zombie villager, flick that lever down to separate them. Now hit this button. Then feed the zombie villager a golden apple. After the zombie villager has been cured, you should get even more of a discount. You guys can keep repeating that process until you are able to trade one item for an emerald. As you guys can see here, after curing the villager about 4 times, I was able to get it down to the price of 1 paper per emerald. I am now going to show you all how to get emeralds from this farm. To use it, you're going to want to walk forward and open the villager trading menu before you hit that pressure plate. Once you guys have done that, click on the trade that you want to trade. Now, hit the trade button. Once the villager stops letting you trade, exit out of the trading menu, then get off the pressure plate. As you guys can see there, That will cause the workstation to move and the villager to relink to it. Now you guys will be able to trade with the villager again. All you need to do is walk forward and open the villager trading menu before you hit the pressure plate. As you guys can see there, the trade will become available again. This farm is a great, quick, and easy way to get a ton of emeralds. Make sure you guys wait for your villager to relink to the workstation after you step over the pressure plate before trading again. By the way, in this farm the villager will never level up. As you guys can see there, for a stack of paper I was able to get 64 emeralds. By the way, if you guys want to be able to easily get a ton of sugarcane to make paper for trading in this farm, I recommend you guys make my zero-tick sugarcane farm. A link to my zero-tick sugarcane farm tutorial will be in the description. I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make this simple and efficient Minecraft Bedrock Emerald farm. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for what I should do in future videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other Minecraft videos. I upload every other day. Thanks for watching.